Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Do you know who the first carpenter is? You don't? Can you guess it? Okay, today's story will be from the 101 Quran Stories and Dua by Yani Yasmin Khan. Inshallah, we'll be talking about the story of Prophet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. Today's story is titled The Great Ark. Build the ark under our eyes and in accordance with our revelation. Hud 11:37. The persistent wickedness of the people of Prophet Nuh ﷺ displeases Allah. These people did not listen to the teachings of the Prophet Nuh. They continued to make all mischiefs and did not obey to Allah. Allah was not happy with them. He wanted to punish wicked people, but He wanted to save Nuh ﷺ and the people who listened. Nuh said, "Embark on it in the name of Allah. It shall set sail and cast anchor. Truly, my Lord is forgiving and merciful." Hud 11 verse 41. So we continue with our story, inshallah. So Allah told Nuh to build a huge ark. He ordered him, build an ark under our watchful eyes. After a very long period of hard, tiring work, the ark was finally ready. We're going on to the next page now. This chapter is called The Great Flood. Embark on it in the name of God, and its sailing and its anchoring. Hud 11:41. After the great ark was completed, it started to rain heavily. It looks as if the rain was never going to stop. The whole village was getting flooded. Allah told Nuh ﷺ to embark on the ark and take with him a pair of each animal species. Thus, the Prophet Nuh, along with his believers, and a pair of each species, boarded on the ark, which moved forward, floating on a huge mountain like waterwaves. And this, the Prophet Nuh ﷺ's son, was among those who have rejected the call of Allah. Nuh called out to his son, "O my son, embark with us, and do not be among the deniers." But his son did not listen to him. No. Allah was very unhappy with all those who did not believe in the Prophet Nuh ﷺ. He wanted to drown all people who did not follow the Prophet Nuh. So, all those wicked people were drowned in the flood. But the ark was safe for Nuh and his followers and all the animals who were with him in pairs. This is a dua taken from the Quran. Hud 11 verse 47. Surah Al-Hud 11 verse 47. My Lord, I take refuge with you from asking you something of which I have no knowledge. If you do not forgive me and show me mercy, I shall be one of the losers. This dua was made by Prophet Nuh ﷺ when he embarked on the ark and realized that his son was washed away with the flood. And so he said to Allah, "Oh Allah, his son is of his household." And Allah replied to him that that's not the full verse, just to shorten it, that his son is maybe of his household, but he's not a believer. And so Prophet Nuh ﷺ sought forgiveness from Allah and made that dua in Hud 11 verse 47. Now carrying on with our story. Um, we'll go on to the next page now, inshallah. Right. Okay. So now you know who the first carpenter was. The first carpenter was Prophet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. He was preaching to his people for many, many years. From history, it's thought to have believed about 1,000 or more years he's been preaching to his people. Come to Allah, follow Allah, the one God. And they would not listen to him, and they would even curse him out, throw stones at him, stop listening to him. And after a while, he got tired of calling them to Allah, and he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah answered his dua. And so Allah told him to start planting trees, and they planted all the trees. Then they went on to also cutting the trees and making a ark. So he was the very first carpenter. Saw up all the trees, all the wood, and then made it into a big, huge ark, which he was able to take all the believers into, and a pair of each species. So he took birds, animals, and all living things that he can with him into the ark. It was believed that the ark was in 3 layers. So there were all the wild animals at the bottom, all the heavy animals like the elephant, the lions, and all the big animals at the bottom. And the middle was where all the birds and every other light animals were, and the humans were at the top. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. And after the flood had stopped, Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam said Bismillah to get the ark moving, and they sailed for what some people said about 40 days or 40 nights. I'm not sure exactly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. And then he sent out, after the rain has subsided, he sent out a dove to go and have a look at wherever there is land. So the dove came back and saw dry land. So they docked the ark, and it let all the animals out first to go and cultivate the land, and so that everything can get back to normal, and then the humans were let out as well. So this is a very beautiful dua, and I hope that you've learned something from it. It's always good to listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and follow his laws and rules and regulations, and it is also a beautiful thing to know that the first carpenter was Prophet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. I hope we've learned something from today's story. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of the believers. May He guide us to the right path, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and may we never stray away from it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Masalam.